So today we're gonna do the quick overview of the WORX WG 156 20-volt Weedeater. Alright, so as you can probably already tell by the title of the video, this has failed me. It is not an epic fail, but it has failed me and it has let me down, and I will tell you a few reasons why. First, we'll talk about, well, things it comes with. Weedeater, it's adjustable on both the handle and the length, and this is its full extension. It's not very long. And then over here it has the guide wheel for easy edging, and you can easily adjust it from just Weedeater mode to edge mode pretty quickly. And comes with two batteries. They're 1.5 amp hour, and the charger for it. And then, your little book of instructions. Okay, so here's a quick look at the head of the unit. That way somebody can tell. And as you can see, there is the guide wheel. And as you can see, this can rotate. And, it has been well used. And then up here you have the adjusting collar, so you twist that. Okay. There's the worn out WORX sign. Adjustable D-style handle. And here's the start-stop mechanism. And the way you increase the line is that you start it up and let it go. And there is a self-feeding mechanism, and that's kind of works. The newer one has a button dedicated to it, because this is kind of, you're wearing out the batteries by on, off, on, off, on, off. It works well. It has worked fine for me, but the new models I know do have that feature. It comes with a spool. There. Okay, and I think the spool, this is like 0.6. And it does come with a red, like, double-braided spool when you first get it. And one of their claims to fame is, free line for life. But you got to pay for shipping. And I think the last time I checked was $7 for, like, a pack of 2 or 4. I'm not sure. The problem with that is that you can get an entire reel of, 1,000 feet of any kind of braid you want, and it costs $10. And that line has lasted me a long time. Now for some people, they'll be like, well, it's already ready to go and convenient. Fine. I think now you can buy them at stores that do sell WORX, so there's that feature, but it's not a good deal in my opinion. Alright, so let's talk about the failure point. The unit now will charge the batteries completely full, and it does take like an hour, 2 hours, so it is exactly around the time that it says it needs to run. And then it'll run, and in 5 minutes they're dead. And both batteries are doing this. And I mean, it could be that the batteries are bad, or it could be that this really chintzy charger isn't working anymore. And I mean, this is it. This is what you get. And I absolutely hate these, and I have no confidence in these, because it feels like this is going to be just the bare minimum. And I mean, this definitely does not look like any of the other styles that you use. That I have little confidence that this is anything more than a timer. And that's all it's doing. And if you know anything about timers, it just says it has a timer where it's like, you supposedly put a completely dead battery, you put it on there, and it's going to charge for 2 hours, and it's going to make that assumption that that's what's going to charge these batteries. Problem with that is, these are lithium ion batteries. Maybe not the best quality, but that's just not going to work. This needs to really monitor those batteries. So this unit comes with 2 batteries. Okay, and I did check just for happenstance that, oh, well, it's a bad batch, and, you know, they're similar. And they kind of are. I think one's 183 and 185. You can also notice that it does say 2015, so they're about, you know, here's 2018 now, so it's over 3 years. So some would say, oh, that's okay, that's good, but I'll explain here why that's not good. Okay, so my feelings of why this is a fail in a major way for me. Problem is that this unit was around $60, which is relatively very cheap, especially when it comes to 2 batteries and everything, and it's lasted 3 years. The problem is that these batteries go for a lot more than that. Sometimes the batteries go up for $50, and I think the lowest I've seen is 35. Now, you may have found better places, but I'm just looking on a whim, not waiting for a sale or anything like that. And the problem is that even if these batteries were as low as $20, the unit was 60, and that's like normal price. And you can get a lot of the WORX tools, you know, on eBay, Amazon, if you wait long enough, you know, for already $50 to $70. So you're getting an entire new unit, another wall charger, and 2 batteries for the price of 2 batteries. And in some instances, yeah, it's all comparable, but that's a problem. Because then what's the point of ever buying batteries? It's very wasteful to every single time need batteries, just buy an entire new tool from WORX. I mean, that does make it in a way like, oh, it's the same thing, it doesn't matter. And that's absolutely true. If you don't care about, you know, having to throw away your former tool, or you want to collect, like, you know, 3 versions of Weedeaters or whatever tool you're buying. And I think that that's honestly kind of stupid. But again, that might be okay with you, that, you know, every year you find out and, well, hey, I got a new tool every single time. Another thing I'd point out is that, you know, there's also that factor that maybe this is the good tool, and the time that you need to buy another tool, that one's the crappy version. Or the middle tool was the better one, you know, from year 2015. A 2017 model was better, and now the 2018 is a piece of crap. Well, are you going to hunt down every single model? You can, but still you're going to be handicapped to those batteries. And I think that's just stupid. And I absolutely understand that some will say, well, you know, the batteries could be a bad batch. True. But the thing with the batteries is that, well, they're similar lot, and that could be true. The problem is that both batteries have failed about the same time. And on top of that, the warranty is really garbage, because most tools have 2-year warranty. Yes, these lasted over a little over 3 years for me, because I don't mow often, and I try to not use the Weedeater a lot. I try to get ahead of time where my mower can get into those spots. So somebody heavy using this could have killed these batteries in 2 years, which is kind of standard for most lithium powered tools. This thing only has 1, and I was like, oh man, that sucks. Now, I don't know if it's varied on different tools, you know, that some tools have or the other, but I did see that this the tool has a different warranty compared to the battery. So that's something to take notice. And one of the things that bothers me the most too is I recommended this. Now, my parents have the model above this one, and it has that that feed button that you don't have to keep turning on and off like this one. And it's really great because my mom, you know, she's getting older, and, you know, she can't keep yanking on one of these large ones, and she's short like me, or I'm short like her, and anyways, and it's light enough, and, you know, it allows her to still mow the lawn, and and do it herself without problems. And then she can take a break and she can turn it off without having to worry, oh no, I had turned it off and now I gotta wait till, one of her sons gets home, or, my dad helps her. So, and hers so far has lasted, they've only had it for 2 years. And I felt so bad because, as you see my other, I have WORX. And I was really hoping to just say, okay, I need another battery for that mower. Let me just start investing in WORX. And then I can donate this one to my parents so that they can have another tool. So they can do both, at the same time and have 2 more batteries, an extra wall charger, and another spool. And that would have been great. But this thing has failed me, and just as about to have that idea to go do that for them. So now I'm really let down. I'll probably send them the spool. That's the only thing salvageable. Maybe the wall charger. But now the batteries are junk, and to send this, it's a waste of money. Because again, you can just buy another tool and you get 2 batteries. And for some, that might be okay. Because I'm pretty sure this has paid for itself in about 3 years. But I just think that that's the pricing on the batteries really kills this. And the batteries should last. And I know some people might have a different opinion on that. But anyways, that's mine. So anyway, sorry about the rambling. I know this isn't very in-depth and stuff. I mean, it is a really basic tool. And I'm sure you're not looking for a demonstration because there's tons of them. And the WORX website does a really good job showing you all the features. So if you're interested. I think this model still is around at pretty deep discounts because I made a bunch of them. Again, that's just something to note. If you feel that, hey, I'm going to buy the tool anyways and, it's the junk's out, I'll buy another one because it's cheap. That's okay, but I just think it's wasteful. So anyways, appreciate you guys listening to my video, and hopefully, we'll continue to get better. I'm trying to get that mic in. So anyways, so comment, like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.